Hello, guys. My name is Nelson,
And my name is Bruno Melo.
and today we got a special guest from the other side of the planet.
Special duo.
A special duo, yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Two wonderful ladies.
We
And here
got
they are.
we got Lenka from straight from Slovakia, and we got also Dani that will show it up in that. We got Dani also. She's from São Paulo. So we brought these two ladies in here today because we realized that these two girls represent what we call love, right?
For
So
Agile.
for Agile,
And people.
yeah, there are a lot of other people, but we know that these two represent a little, not a little, but in a big scenario,
Yeah.
what represent for us
Yeah.
love in Agile.
Yeah, we are, like we were talking to them before we started, we are constantly looking for people that believe what we believe, like our guru Simon Sinek taught us. And that's why our relationship lasted and it's always growing, is because we found that formula in these two ladies, which we don't know if we say ladies, but it's just as respectful, right? But we believe in the same thing. We only feel love coming from them, and they are constantly doing the extra mile, going the extra mile. So, welcome, girls. Welcome, ladies. We're very happy that you're here. Um, and, well, thanks for accepting to be part of this. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, thank you for having us. Yeah, so I'm Lenka, and I'm an Agile champion here in Bratislava, working with my local group, but also I'm trying to reach to other people. And how this journey of Agile champion started for me was that I started my own blog on Agile, where I was sharing my own experience, and then I was also combining the knowledge that I found out there on Agile into some blog entries for IBMers, and that's basically where I came from and where I built on my Agile presence in IBM. And yeah, what I like and love about this all and about Agile is how the sharing happens. That really you don't just use some books or guides for how to do this, but you learn from each other. You share experience. You learn perhaps from your own retrospectives. You learn in the community of people. So it's very human how Agile happens. So that's one of the things I like about it, and also through my presence in that blog, I also got to know many amazing people, not only locally but also globally. So and from there, it's spreading.
Yeah.
So I like how the love is spreading.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
And yourself, Dani, would you please
Thank
introduce?
you guys. So my name is Dani. When I first met Agile, it was back in 2015, and introduced it by Fernanda. She's one close friend of ours. And when she told me about Agile, I was, oh my God, I have to have this in my life. It's basically the way things work in a faster way. If we compare it to PMI and Lean Six Sigma kind of stuff. So I was really impressed that we started studying together and started guilds together to act like showing the word of Scrum and showing the word of Agile for the entire population that we had. And I do agree with you, like I think that you said such nice things about community, sense of community, and sense of communication, and sense of responsiveness. And Agile is all about this. So
Yeah.
I really consider myself as a really enthusiastic person.
No, definitely. Maybe one of the most enthusiastic people I've ever met in my life. But
Thank you.
Maybe that's something that comes from Rio de Janeiro, right?
Yeah.
Because many people that I've met, especially the agilists and the agile enthusiasts from Rio, are like that. So there's a lot of energy coming from there.
We should
But yeah,
spend some
Dani,
time and go there.
Dani
Yeah, I think it's because of the sun or
is.
something.
That's great.
So, Lenka, tell us a little bit more about why you love Agile, because I know that there are a lot of energy between the teams and cultures and people around the globe. So, why do you still pushing that? Because we know how hard it is when we are talking about culture change, ways of working. Why you still pushing it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, for me, the main reason perhaps is that I was one of the lucky ones to experience the agile done well. So I was a part of a team where perhaps it was not the perfect agile, and I don't even know if we can talk about perfect agile ever, but we had many practices that really worked for us, and there was this team atmosphere, this trust, all the agile values were present. And I really enjoyed that experience. It helped also me personally on many levels. One of them would be time management, for example. I've never had such good time management as when I was in a working agile team. So, and as I saw this good side of it, I am trying to also show it to others and maybe help them to get to that point, to also show them that it can be fun in the end. That it's when the values are present in the team really has the space to get the best out of themselves, to be creative, to have fun together, to laugh together. So for me, it's this like vision, vision of a happy team. Really, the happiness of the team for me is the key here. That for me, agile team is a happy team.
That's amazing. I love it.
Well,
And
it's pretty.
I love that.
I think that is powerful that because at the beginning people won't see that happiness, right? And
Yeah.
when we see people as Lenka, myself, yourself, Dani, and others, when we are mentioning about the happiness at the end of the journey, they need to remember that would be harder, and it
Takes
was
time.
harder to them.
Takes time.
It takes time, patience. That sometimes my um, um, it will have challenges. We are not saying that it will be easier,
Yeah.
right? So just to enforce that
Yeah.
there is a journey. As you
Yeah.
mentioned, she's doing that and driving that for a while ago. So the
Yeah.
happiness is something that is built up during the
Yeah.
journey.
And especially because it's not easy, that's why we need to find people that really believes that this is good. And for me personally, the way I look at it, and I think specifically the reason why I fell in love with it, is kind of like in the same direction. But if we look at uh, the the effects of corporate life in our lives, like I've seen people talk about the effects of stress in kids and how they become bullies because their dad and their mom come back home super stressed, right? And I think stress, and I've seen and I've read and I came to realize and understood that stress is one of the main causes of anxiety and cancer and depression. And so, why not use something like this that is showing you that you have a better way to make your life happier in your work environment?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? This is beautiful. Like it's giving us a formula and ideal, an idea too, that will drive a better life for everyone. So why not? So that's for me. That's beautiful.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah, and I think it's extremely powerful, but at the same time, there are some people that just think that it's foolish.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
as it's so tough to actually measure the team happiness.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
but but I do agree with all of you guys that if we have a happy team, for sure, we have a better environment to develop, to work, to and get the stability needed to deliver what they're working on.
Yeah,
There's
totally.
one quote I really like that says that Agile doesn't scale, it multiplies. So you
Nice.
actually don't
Taking
you
notes.
actually don't scale it.
Taking
When
notes.
you have when you have a team where it works, you can multiply it by inspiring others. I think this is a better way, better approach maybe how we spread it.
I
And
want to put
also
like a stamp over here. Afterwards, you just put that statement.
You
Was
nailed
great.
it.
You nailed it. Awesome.
That was poetic. That's
how it came to my mind is
You
that
don't
when I
scale,
think
you
back to
multiply.
that team, that agile team that really worked for me, we also had a figure there that inspired the entire team
Thanks,
to get
Dani.
to that point of like working state. So I think it's important to have someone to inspire you. And I'm still, as an agile champion, I'm still taking my inspiration from having that agile coach. She was not like a certified coach or something. She was just a person who had the passion, and I'm still getting my inspiration from her today.
oh,
So so for me, it's important to have people who can inspire others, to have these positive examples.
That's why we just love that because we get connected with people that have the same feelings that we do, right? And you just
Mhm.
summarizing the best way I heard from the last
yeah.
at least year.
Well, for me, it's the best way I've heard ever.
We don't
Like,
scale. We just
beautiful.
I completely
multiply.
agree. I completely agree.
That was beautiful. Like I don't want to cry here, but I'm close. That was beautiful. Like one of the things that I've looked and I've seen, explode over the internet is safe the safe certificate. I'm not gonna pursue safe certificate because I don't believe in scaling agile. I believe in what Lenka said. That's that translates everything. And if you allow me, I'm gonna use that in our
From
sessions.
now on.
I'm gonna use it. I'll put your name there. I promise.
No. I'm not the author.
I know. I know.
I read that.
It
I read
does,
that somewhere.
it does not
But I
really
liked
matter,
it.
It
Yeah.
does not really matter. You
For
just
us-
mentioned it's yours.
For us, is yours. You inspired us, so it's yours. From now on, it's gonna be yours.
That's why, and Lenka, it reminds me, and as Bruno said, sometimes we get lost during this journey, and I got lost several other times, and Bruno knows that at this moment I'm
Both
a
of
little
us.
lost. So when I heard this type of feelings, and it comes from their heart,
That's vision.
and
too.
and understand that we're gonna connect people during the timeline, the time frame that we're gonna pursue that goal that we
Yeah.
to help people to see each other better,
Right.
how they can improve the way they work, how they can treat people better. So it remembers us that the journey is about helping people, and we're gonna multiply based on leadership, like pushing people, like based on what you do. So we should be the change that would expect the change in the world. That's pretty
Yeah.
aligned. It's
That's
crazy.
That's what Buddha
Buddha.
said. Gautama Buddha said that you should be the change you want to see in the world.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I live by that sentence every day. I try to live
Exactly.
it.
It's hard, but it's
It's
hard.
beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. This is what I feel. Now, I'm coming from CIO, and we've had Agile here for like 3 years now, and I feel like we really cannot wait for someone to do some miracle for us, but we need now to like it needs to come from us, from down up.
Yes,
you know.
Down
totally
to
agree. Yeah, and that's again another example why we need to get together and find people that love it.
Mhm.
I think that Dani doesn't want to get closer to you, Bruno. She's just close to me, man.
Yeah. What did I do? It's a virtual hug.
It's a virtual
I
hug.
love that. You see, I propose. Oh, that's Elmo.
A bad man.
I love that Elmo. Well, I will propose this. We do like extra episodes with them.
Yeah, definitely.
The same topic.
Same topic.
Agile and love. Agile and love. Like something like that.
I have an idea. Maybe we can start with these two monsters. We could start doing live podcasts.
Yeah, we can try.
We can have discussions about love.
Danny, we're not listening. Not hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Danny, we can't
cannot
hear
hear.
you.
Sorry. Do not say agile monsters because we're not monsters. Try to say, I don't know, agile priestesses
Agile
or
masters.
Masters. Okay, I'm
They're
gonna
fairies.
Agile ninjas.
ninjas.
No, they're too nice and too lovely to be ninjas. They are. I don't know.
But monster is in a good way. A giant.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking just some time ago that my dream job is Agile pirate.
That's lovely. We could create a guild for them.
Yeah, maybe.
Agile pirates.
Pirates.
Yeah.
And Danny, tell us a little bit about your experiences with whatever experience that you might have you want to share with us. Don't be shy.
Can you hear us?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Um, so as I said, I got completely in love with Agile, and the way that I really felt, myself and Fernanda actually really felt that we could spread the word about Agile was creating this guild. So we have created this guild called Agile Magic a while ago, and it was actually the first time that we really thought that Agile could be applicable for other areas that are not software development related. So, which was a great challenge for us because we were from a finance organization and we had no idea how could actually apply that. So, but it was really nice and we were able to achieve our goals and things like that. We were able actually to spread the seed about Agile. I would not say that all seeds actually grew up as a flower or something because we do understand that if we do not have those skills that Lenka mentioned about um, those soft skills of having someone leading the team and helping the team in the coaching area and things like that, things will not work. So
Right.
so I think it was really nice. It was really nice to have that. But anyway, it was the first time that we were doing something similar to that. And I do have some other initiatives regarding Agile outside work as well. So there are some
Right.
initiatives that took place not only in Rio, but now it's taking place here in São Paulo. And Coca also took it to Dublin, which is Agile Beer. So I'm coordinating the Agile Beer here in São Paulo.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do in Slovakia. Instead of beer, we can drink vodka. Agile
I think
vodka.
it would be amazing.
What do you do at the gel beer?
Yeah, Agile
You
beer
drink
is
beer?
wonderful.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we can do,
Yeah.
Danny. We can do an episode, and you can present the Agile Beer program if you like. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And about what you said, I have to say, Agile Magic also inspired a lot of people and inspired me.
And still,
I met you because of it. I met Coca because of it. Coca exploded because of your work together. So it was definitely a very good and successful example of a team that was working as a unit, and they were doing that because they wanted to help. So very good example of a, it was a guild because we're not from the same area, but it really was a real example of a good team. So thank you for that example. That was very important to me.
and I can tell you that Danny is still inspiring in us because every time we are talking about how to form a group of champions and agilists, we always remember this, Agile Magic that were, I think that was one of the first, as we could see in the
Definitely.
company,
Yeah.
which was, a group of enthusiastic people that believes in a lot of values and principles
Yeah.
regarding Agile
Believes in the vision.
and the vision. Yeah,
Yeah. You were for sure pioneers.
pioneers. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. Thanks
Agile
for that.
pioneers.
Thank you for that. But
Ladies.
again, I do think that the thing that actually made it work the way it worked extremely good by that time was that we had different people from different organizations working on that
Different point of
specific
views.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
So they did have a different point of views. They have different skills, but this was amazing for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And about the beer itself, well, it's a monthly initiative that we have started in Rio. In Rio, we already have the over 14 editions, and now in São Paulo we just had the second. And the objective of it is to bring someone that would like to talk a little bit, like 20 to 30 minutes about some specific subject that it does relate to Agile. And then we do a dynamic called, it's an adaptation that we did for the lean coffee, but we call it a lean beer. So basically we divided the teams in small groups of like squads, like 7 minus minus 2. And we asked them to create some kind of quick Kanban, which they would prioritize the ideas or the questions that they have, and they would pick some of these ideas to discuss it. And the main objective is try to discuss that specific topic for like 2 minutes. And if they would like to continue, they thumbs up. And if they would like to go to the next topic, thumbs down. And it's basically it. And what I really think is amazing about this dynamic is that we normally have people with different skills. So we already have the opportunity to have some people that are architects, some engineers that are not related to the development board itself, attending this movement that we were doing. Also, some people that work with education as well. So they do bring a different vision, a different perception on how Agile can actually be applicable in things that are not related to software development. But I think it's the most natural thing about it.
Just go over.
Yeah. Girls, thank you very much for joining. We have 1% of battery life. So we'll continue next time. But thank you for joining. Let's say goodbye to the folks. And bye. And they are gone. So guys,
is done.
These were the 2 examples of people that actually really know and really lived the vision and the the Agile experience. Right? You can feel their love coming through the screens, and we are very happy to have them. Unfortunately, our battery on the other computer ran out, but
it happens. It happens.
But it was enough, and we will have additional episodes with them. Thank you for joining us, and we hope these stories were powerful and inspired you all to continue in your journey.
And I can tell you that after Lenka and Dani, for real, next week, because it's Friday, for sure next week, I will start, thinking a little bit the why, the how, because we know that the journey transforming the way people works and the way they live is pretty hard. So it just, man, it was blessed.
Yeah, it was so inspiring.
I'm feeling so small.
Yeah, me too. You guys saw how powerful it is. Thank you again. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Crazy.
Bye.